Your man, Louie T. Welcome to this Louie T Network exclusive. A shockwave has been sent through the National Football League prior to the draft. We are literally 2 days away from the 2020 NFL Draft, the first ever virtual draft. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or Tompa Bay, as it's been renamed, is making headway. I've said this since the move has been made to bring Tom Brady on board, that I wasn't sold that this team was going to be a contender in year one, maybe year two of Tom, if he's still playing at a high level. We cannot assume that that is going to be the case. However, this move here that they've made to make Tom that much more comfortable is starting to sway me a little bit. I can't lie. Look, it's one thing for Tom Brady to have Mike Evans to throw the football to, and he's really damn good. All right. It's another thing for him to have, Chris Godwin to throw the football. He's really good too. But then it's a totally different situation when he's got a guy that he has history with, that he knows he can trust, that on 3rd and 7, all out blitz, he can just chuck it up and this guy's going to go and make a play for him. Not to say that Mike Evans isn't going to do that. Not to say that Chris Godwin isn't going to do that for him. However, he has history with Gronk, and Gronk changes things. You saw the struggles of the New England Patriots last season, and years prior to that when Gronk wasn't in the lineup. He changes things dramatically. And so this is a big deal. And remember, we heard rumblings and grumblings about this potentially happening once Brady joined New England or Tampa Bay, and everybody kind of wrote it off. The rumors were kind of put to bed. But back behind the scenes, the Buccaneers were working probably very diligently. Bruce Arians said, nah, Gronk's not coming here. Probably the entire time he was on the phone hitting Gronk up like, yo, we got a spot for you. Don't worry about the tight end situation. I know we got 87 tight ends on the roster. We'll have plenty of room for you if you decide to join the Buccaneers. Just know the door's open, and if you want to come and join us, we're all welcome with our arms extended wide open to welcome you to Tampa Bay. And Brady probably worked some magic on Gronk. And I already told you this. I was wrong. I was off by a year. Okay? But I told you Gronk wasn't done playing football. None of us thought that Gronk was done when he retired. I think he was mentally drained. Physically, he was beat to hell. He was shot. All right? And the first thing he did when he got out of the league was he decompressed. He was able to heal up. And then he dropped about a good 30 pounds. And took off some of that unnecessary weight off his frame, and he probably felt 1,000,000 times better. So much so that he decided to go win a belt in the WWE, okay? Now he misses the game, and it's the same thing I said about Andrew Luck, and I still don't think he's done, and I still think we're a year or two away from Andrew Luck deciding, you know what, I think I want to play football again. But that's another story for another day. Gronk has decided he wanted to come back, and the Patriots were like, well, we'd love to have you back. He's like, one thing, don't want to play for you. I want to play with my boy Tom in Tampa. They said, well, we can figure out a way to make that happen. Let's call up Tampa, figure out what they're looking for in exchange, and we'll see if we can't make something work. And so, lo and behold, the two sides come together. I told you, deadline spur action. The draft is upon us, and so deals are going to be made. This is not the last, probably the first of many deals of veteran players in this league. Yannick Ngakoue probably going to be moved. I wouldn't be shocked if his teammate in Jacksonville, Leonard Fournette, is moved. Trent Williams probably on the move. The 49ers are looking to move Quan Alexander, who they just signed last year. These deals are going to be plentiful, all right? They're going to be plentiful as we get to and through the draft. You're going to see a lot of these veterans change teams, and this is a massive move for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This deal, Patriots send Rob Gronkowski and a 7th-round pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in exchange for a 4th-rounder. This is a massive deal for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There's another domino with this, to fall, and another shoe to drop now with Gronk coming on board. O.J. Howard was already on the trading block. Now he's definitely gone. Okay, now it's not a matter of if he gets traded, it's when he gets traded and to whom for what. And I think now that they have a tight end, I think they're going to relax what they're looking for O.J. Howard. And so that 4th-round pick that they just gave up, I think you may be able to score O.J. Howard for that same 4th-round pick now. All of a sudden now you lose a fourth rounder. Your fourth rounder looks, that fourth round looks a little empty. Someone approaches you with a fourth rounder very high, i.e. the Washington Redskins. And all of a sudden, O.J. Howard may be able to be had. Okay? It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. But I think one thing we can all come to an agreement on, the Buccaneers got better today with the addition of Rob Gronkowski. If he's the same Gronk, and I have no reason to believe that he's not, they just got better. Pending a physical, he's going to pass it, okay? Pending a physical, he's going to be a member of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or AKA the Tompa Bay Buccaneers. And there's something else that seems apparent. O.J. Howard has played his last snap as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Think because of the move to go get Gronk, I think we can all assume and draw, connect another dot and draw an inference that O.J. Howard is going to probably be on the outs in Tampa. Now it's a matter of where he's going to end up playing his football from here on out, rather than if he's going to play somewhere else other than Tampa. So that's another domino that's going to be left to drop. And I think we all need to be paying attention to see where he goes. But this is a fascinating deal. Blew me away. And it came together so quickly. I'm pretty sure that this was working behind the scenes and the media just got wind of it. And that's why it seems like everything moved in hyper warped speed. But it moved quickly, like literally 10 minutes, man. Gronk to Tampa's heating up. And it was done. It was like boom, boom, boom. And it was over. He was in Tampa. So I'm thinking this had to be working behind the scenes. We may later find out that this thing literally, as fast as it seems like it came together, it actually did come together that fast and that quickly. But one thing's for sure, Tom Brady got his man to join him in Tampa. I know Edelman would love to come along, but that's not what we're doing here. Let's not act like Tampa didn't already have talented players. We're not going to just bring a bunch of guys from New England to Tampa Bay and turn this into the Tampa Bay Patriots. We're not doing that because they already had 2,000-yard receivers. They didn't necessarily need Gronk, but it doesn't hurt to add a future Hall of Fame tight end to the mix. What do you guys think about this move? Tom Brady coaxing Rob Gronkowski out of retirement, Bruce Arians pulling the strings, Jason Light getting the deal done, getting Rob Gronkowski to Tampa Bay in exchange for a fourth-round pick. All right? I mean, there are no tight ends in this draft. All right? First, second, third, fourth. There are no tight ends that are better than Gronk in this draft. You know what I mean? Like, this is a win. Now, I get it. You're probably on borrowed time with both Tom and Gronk. Once Tom leaves, Gronk is probably going to leave too. You probably got 2 years with both of these guys, more likely than not. But hell, you got a window now to win a championship. Go and try to go get your chip while it's there to be got. The window, as small as it may be, it's a window that you didn't have before these two got here. Go and seize the opportunity and see if you can't come away a world champion in the process. But and you're giving away a young guy more likely than not. But obviously, you weren't happy with him before. This all but hammers that nail in that coffin, and he's done. He being O.J. Howard. So there is another domino that will fall from this deal. But what do you guys think about this move? All components of it. The move to get Gronk in Tampa. Does this make them a true contender? Their Vegas odds have gone up from 16-1 to 12-1. So obviously Gronk moves the needle. He has moved it for me. I told you at the onset of this video that this changes things for me because I didn't think that the Buccaneers, even with Brady, because I still think he's going to struggle to throw the deep ball. We all know, no risk it, no biscuit. All right. Bruce wants to chuck it deep. Tom can't do it like he used to. That arm doesn't work like it once did. He's throwing moon balls into the air now. But that doesn't mean he can't surgically take your ass apart in the short to intermediate game. He can still do that with the best of them. And so if they can protect him, and that's another question, all right, because I still think they got issues at that left tackle position. But look, if they can protect Brady, if they can get some semblance of a run game going behind him, and those guys are able to catch the football, this could be a scary proposition. And oh, by the way, the defense can't be god-awful like it was for stretches last season. You can't be in 37-34 shootouts. All right, I don't know if that's necessarily what you want to do, but I'm anxious to see what this looks like, okay? This makes me want to see this new coronation of the Buccaneers even more so now that they've added a player like Gronk to the mix. To me, it's one of the most lethal offenses in the league. With a trigger man like Brady running the show, it becomes that much more lethal. 2,000-yard receivers, Hall of Fame tight end, Tom Brady pulling the strings. It just got real in Tampa Bay if it already wasn't real enough in Tompa Bay. Again, leave it in the comment section. Want to know what you think about this move. Patriots get a 4th-round pick. We'll see what they do with that. They're stockpiling picks, folks. They're trying to rebuild this thing on the fly. I don't think they have conceded like everyone else. Vegas says the Buffalo Bills are going to win the AFC East this year. I think there's a growing sentiment around the league that, yeah, the Patriots' time is done. Belichick is out for blood. He's looking to prove everybody wrong that thinks he has to have Brady to win. Remember, Brady missed an entire year with a torn ACL, and he still went 11-5 with Matt Cassell. All right? If he can do it with Matt Cassell, if he can do it with Matt Cassell, remember, if he can do it with Matt Cassell, he can do it with just about any goddamn body. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jarrett Stidham steps up to the plate, knocks it out of the park. They go 10-6 and win the damn AFC East again. It would not shock me in the least. But I digress. What do you guys think about all of this? Wow. Gronk, a New England Patriot, or excuse me, a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Tampa Bay is really starting to take shape and form. Leave it in the comment section. I'm your man, Louie T. Remember, if it's not your man T, it's not the best NFL coverage it could be. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to Louie T Network for more great content if you haven't already done so. And oh, by the way, make sure you follow me on IG. Louie T Network _ is the new IG. A lot of content up there and a lot more to come. Draft party, Thursday, 8 p.m. here, live, Louie T Network. Join me as we watch the NFL draft together. First virtual draft. We're going to do it interactive here as well. So join me, your man, Louie T, here live, 8 p.m. for the 2020 NFL Draft Party. I'm your man, Louie T, for the final time. I'm signing off. You guys enjoy. Talk to you soon. Leave it in the comment section. Have a good one. Louie T Network.